Hey YouTube, Tutor UK back again with another pickups and a trade and Carboot video. As per usual, what I'm going to do is start off with the pickups and the trade that I've done with a fellow YouTuber, and then crack on to the Carboot stuff. A little bit later today because I spent the best part of the morning stuck in a Volkswagen garage, but that's another story for another time. But as you can see, because it's a slightly later and it's past the 12 o'clock curfew, I am allowed a beer, and I need this today. So there we go. Right, first off, trade with a fellow YouTuber. It's basically an outstanding IOU with my good friend Darren Walsh. You all know him, so I'm not gonna bother saying any more than that. Oh God, I can't remember how long. Was it before Christmas or after Christmas? I can't remember. I sent him a couple of games out anyway, and you know, it was outstanding IOU. And he put a video up for some of the stuff he was getting rid of, so I just dropped him a quick line and sort of say, look, any chance I can call that trade in for either of these two games. And to be fair to him, he's absolutely star. He'd sent both through, so I wasn't expecting that at all. So many thanks, Dan, for that. So without further ado, let's crack on, because I've got a little bit to get through. Not masses, but enough. And I know Darren doesn't like my videos, he says they're too long, but anyway, waffling again. First one he had was Star Master on 2600, so that's another one to go to my collection. Superb. He seemed to think you couldn't play that for some bizarre reason, and I don't know why, because I did check it, and it plays with the normal controllers. There was another version that was, I can't remember what system it was on, but it did use a weird control method, but apparently they changed it. The 2600, so there's that one there. And this game I've been looking for bloody ages, obviously at the right price. Never managed to get it. I think the last person I've seen that picked it up that actually what do you call it, let me know that there's a third one. I didn't know that it was a trilogy. It was Lewis, Crytek's, but it's Sly 3. I mean, it's Darren stuff, so it's in really good nick. So yeah, that completes a trilogy of them games for me. So yeah, really chuffed to get that. Thanks again for them, Darren. Absolutely superb, mate. Nice one. Right, so we've got here a couple of pickups packages. Oh, from the old Flea Bay. And yeah, they're Master System games. Got four of them here. Not exceptionally rare by any stretch, or any, well, I'll say that one of them's a bit tricky to get hold of in the right condition, which I kind of haven't done, unfortunately, but it'll do for now, like I've said before. This one I have got as a loose cart, but I don't count that as being part of the collection, and it's Space Harrier. I think Alan mentioned, was it Alan, or it might have been Electric Adventures, I can't remember who it was, but basically I've got the 3D version of this, and I must admit, I mean, like I said, I had this loose cart and I didn't really play it because I don't know what it is, it's just loose carts. But I put this on, having played the 3D version a day or two before, and the 3D version is definitely slicker. I must admit, I find it, weirdly enough, I'm not the best gamer anyway, I'm pretty shit at most games, but I did find it a lot easier to play. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if it just suits the game mechanics and depth better being in 3D, but I did find I could play it a lot better. So there we go. But yeah, I mean, it's all there. So it's another one to chalk off the list. Figure one, I can't remember. I'll link it somewhere down here. I'm definitely below 70 now, I think, anyway, with these couple here. This one, again, it's just a filler. It's just picking this up at the right price. You know, you could go and pick this up with the bin men all day long, but it's tennis ace. It's complete. And then, now, surprisingly, this one is classed as uncommon, I think. I don't remember if I played this one. I might be getting confused with Duck Hunt, on the Nintendo, the NES, but it's Shooting Gallery. I'm looking at the back of this. I haven't put any of these on yet. I'm looking at the back of this, and I'm thinking I'm getting confused with Duck Hunt, because I think the one that was packaged with the phaser was the marksman trap shooting in that, wasn't it? Not this. So this is like the, you know, Sega's answers to Duck Hunt. So I'm looking forward to having to blast that. And then the last one, which is I don't know, tricky to get hold of, at the right price, in the right condition. Sadly, I am missing the manual out of this one, but like I've said before, I'll look to upgrade them. I'm not expecting to pick loose manuals up, to be honest. I don't think it's going to happen. But it's Fire and Forget 2. I've put this on. I've actually played this, and it's a really weird game. I was expecting like a Road Blasters copy, replication or whatever, but it's just a bit of an unusual game. So I need to put some more time into that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that drops me below 70 now on the Master System games. There's still like there's probably about 15 or so fairly common games that I need to pick up, and then the rest are, you know, pretty tricky to get. So here we go to the Master System. Right, Carboot. Bright and breezy again this morning. It's one of them things, like I keep saying, everything in waves, and it just seems to be a Nintendo wave at the minute, which I'm not moaning about at all, not one jot. But what I'll do before then, I'll just list the sort of odds and sods, bits and bobs that I managed to pick up. First off, which is a real break from the norm. I don't know. Break from the norm from the car boot. Anyway, I picked up 2 Mega Drive games. The woman had quite a few, but she was looking at some ridiculous prices for some of them. So it was a big no-no. These 2 I managed to get at, well, what I would think was a fairly decent price. The pair of them were a £5. So the first one is a game which is part of a trilogy. I have the first one, I have the box and the manual, and don't have the bloody cartridge, which isn't a bad thing because they're easy enough to pick up, and I'm going to find it at the right price, because for some bizarre reason it's one of these games that everyone seems to want to snap up. The second one I've got the manual and the cart for, I ain't got the box, and then the third one I've managed to get complete, which is Road Rash 3. So there we go. I was never really a fan of this per se. My mate and subsequently his sort of mate loved it. They loved Road Rash 1 and they went nuts for Road Rash 2. I don't think I've ever played Road Rash 3, to be honest. It's not in the best nick, the boxes, but I've got spare EA boxes anyway, so I'm going to swap this out. Manual's a little bit of a beta, but I can live with that. I can live with that at the minute. It's a bit dog-eared and stuff. So there's that one. And then weird, she had loads of EA games. I don't know how or why, I didn't really ask. And there's a couple there. If they'd been at the right price, I would have snapped a load of these up, but they were just too expensive. So I picked 2 out that A, one I wanted, that one, and B, this is one that I'd sort of heard about, and not that it was rare, but I think it was a bit more. It's more tricky to get hold of. But I could be talking complete bollocks because it was like stupid o'clock in the morning. But it's The Legend of Galahad. This one's in a bit better nick, box-wise and stuff like that. Manual's still a little bit creased and stuff, but again, all that stuff I can all swap out boxes and whatnot. So for them pair, she was looking for, I think, something like £7. I think it was £3.50 each or something stupid. But I got the pair of them for £5, so £2.50 each, which I thought weren't too bad. I mean, if she'd done a £1 or £1.50 on what was there, I would have snapped up a hell of a lot more. Right. Where should we go now? PlayStation 1, which isn't a great deal of. It was just a couple of really random games, just at the right price. That one, actually, no. What we'll talk about, that one is. I've got something else. This one I played 30p for. The Adventures of Monkey Hero. I thought this might be like Monkey Magic, so that's why I picked it up, and for 30p, why not? It's all complete. I'm not going to bust the case open. And then this one, excuse me, but itchy nose, was from like a trader guy. I picked up a bunch of stuff. Just bear with me. Actually, no. I picked up a bunch of stuff with this, but because the way the stuff's going to fall, I'm going to list it differently, but I'll let you know part of the bundle. But this was part of a bundle and I paid £4. Obviously not for this game, though. But the game for the place is Galaga, and it's Destination Earth. So that looks pretty damn good. So I'm looking forward to having a blast on that. This one I got technically for free. The lady was selling a couple of PlayStation 2 games, and I sort of said this isn't really a game. Sort of, can I have it part of the bundle? I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I just thought it's unusual. I don't think I've ever seen one, and it's a network access disc for PlayStation 2. It's got all the gubbins in there. It's probably absolutely worthless, but it's got some. What's this? That's some registration. So yeah, it's got the manual and all that in it. I thought, let's say, don't really see it, so that's the network access disc, all official and stuff. So yeah. Excuse me. Oh, this beer's going now too nice. Right. Next up is probably all the Nintendo love. Picked up a few Game Boy carts and a Game Boy Advance. I think I might have this already, this colour, but it's an indigo purple Game Boy Advance. It does work. So I've got that. I need to work out what was what with this, because some of them were getting within this £4 bundle. Not that one. Not that one and not that one. Right. So I've got the Game Boy Advance. I picked up. There was with it the Game Boy Gallery, DuckTales, Wave Race. Some of these I've got, I don't know which one. This one I've never seen, I remember. Elite, awesome company. The Fidgets. Elite turned into Rare, didn't they? No, that's Ultimate. So I don't know what happened to Elite, actually. And then, bizarrely, but I'm not going to moan, because these will probably pay for what I paid for it, is Super Mario Land. So, for... Oh, hang on, and forgot these. This will definitely pay for it. Super Mario Kart, another copy, albeit just the kart. And I don't think this is going to pay for anything. Total Soccer 2002. So for them games, excuse me, and the Game Boy was £3. No, £2. It was £2 because I know why. I remember why it was £2 because I give him a £5 and I expect £3 back, and he tried to give me like this. He said that it was the first minted £2 coin, and it looked fucking dodgy to me. And I was like, "Ain't you got anything else?" And he had to get his mate to get a pile of change. But I just didn't trust it. It just looked too dodgy. I don't know if that's just me being really paranoid, but yeah, some like really old minted, but it looked new £2 coin, and it didn't feel right. Obviously, because I think £2 coins at the silver bit in the middle and stuff like that, and it was literally like it just looked odd. So I just didn't trust him. 2 pair pikers anyway, if you ask me. With a £4 bundle, which was, I forgot now. PlayStation 1 game. I picked up, as part of that, 3 Game Boy games, which is Soccer, Mercenary Force, and Flash. So, again, part of the Game Boy lot. So I'm just looking through. And then, as well as, this is slightly different now, going off, still with Nintendo, part of the £4 bundle, so at the minute we're running at them 3 Game Boy games, the PlayStation 1 game, and this GameCube game, Defender. It's all complete. And really random stuff on this stall. A NES controller. Can never have enough controllers. And a set of 2600 paddles, which I've already got, but I thought I'm not going to turn on. No, I'm not going to leave them there. So I picked up the 2 controllers, the GameCube game, the 3 Game Boy games, and the PlayStation 1 game for £4, which I thought was alright, to be fair. I didn't haggle him, he just basically said, get those stuff again, I'll give you a price, so it sounded good to me. So that you know, that's good enough for me. Right, with that PlayStation Network game disc, the lady had like a couple of it, and she said, oh, 50p for everything. So the game I picked up and subsequently got that for free was Crash Nitro Kart. So yeah, that's all complete, it's all in there. Albeit full of crumbs and stuff. Yeah. I suppose I had dinner in it. But there we go. So he was 50p. Then these are literally just a collection of really random pickups from here, there, and everywhere. Some lad. It wasn't a young kid. Don't worry, I didn't rip anybody off again this week. He's had a pile of games, really odds and sods, and he was 20p each. So I picked up The Bard's Tale on PS2. Sadly missing the manual. Which is a bit of a bugger. And I mean, it's just to a penny, but I don't think I've got this. But it's Tiger Woods 2004. 20p, not going to turn it down. Even if I have got it, the good thing about this one is it's a 2-discer, so there you go. So even if I end up needing another 2-disc case for whatever reason, it's a good donor case. Then pick this up for £1. I can't remember who's picked this up. Might be Rich, UK Retro Game Addict, aka Retroactive Rich, as I call him. Or it might have been Darren, I can't remember. It's someone who likes light gun games, I'm pretty sure it's Rich. But it's Gun Con 2 on the PlayStation 2. £1. Not too bad. It's in really good nick actually. So again, it was just a really random game on its own. And then lastly, bit out of the norm for me, somewhat, but still sticking with the same thing. I've looked at this game a ton of times in Game Station, stuff like that. I want stupid money for it. Not about £3-4 for it, and I don't understand why. And I'm loath to buy it off eBay. I don't know why, because it's one of these ones where I wouldn't mind having it, but yeah, I can take it or leave it. But I've got it anyway, and I think I paid 30p or something for it, and it's Xbox Live, the arcade. And I think she wanted £1 or something stupid, but I said there's no manual. Not that you really need a manual, but again, it's got some cracking little games in it, like Pac-Man Champion. I think the Pac-Man Championship Edition is one of the most highly rated games on the Xbox Live. Or am I talking out my ass? Can't remember. But yeah, so that's why I got that anyway. That's about as current gen as I'm going to get. Right. Last two items. Like I mentioned before, it all happens in waves. And obviously, at the minute, I seem to be on a Nintendo wave. And I'm catching a big N64 wave. And I don't understand why. The trouble is, I'm accruing consoles I don't need because the bastards won't send me the games. What can you do? So, this week, I've managed to pick up some more N64 stuff. So, from one seller, one lady seller, whatever you call her, I picked up an N64 console. I'm not going to show it all because it's an N64 console. We've all seen them. But not as good as last week, unfortunately. It's just the old console and a controller, no expansion, and then a bunch of games, and I'll go through the games. So we've got the obligatory Mario 64. Obviously that's not why I bought it. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Rugrats Treasure Hunt. F1 World Grand Prix. Got that one. Cracking game yet. Lilac Wars. A somewhat defaced Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I don't know why people do that. Top Gear Rally, which I picked up last week. And then the next four, which is basically why I bought it. I don't know. In order of, I don't know, goodness, is Turok 2. I don't know. Now I think that means I've got all the Turok games in the N64. I think. Let me check that. This one I was like, yes, definitely getting it. I mean, I'd seen that, I was like, This one was like, right, I'm having it anyway, regardless. Pilot Wing 64. Then I seen this one, and I was like, for sure, I'm getting this. I remember playing this on my Z64, and I mean, the problem with all the backups and the copies and all that crap, you don't really give games much time. But this one I did, and I loved this game. Superb mechanics and the idea behind it, i.e., you know, you got to explode. No, you got to save, haven't you? Is it a runaway nuclear missile or something? I can't remember now. Something like that. But superb game, and it's Blast Corps. And then lastly, the icing on the cake, absolute icing, is a copy of Ocarina of Time. So, how many games we got there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 games. Dusty old console. Oh, excuse me, dusty old console. One beat up controller, which probably still works. All the hookups. 10 quid. I was like, yeah, I'm having that. So, you know, at that point I was quite happy. Yeah, I've done alright. Not a problem. Actually, let me interject here because I've just realised I've missed something out, like I always bloody do. Picked up a couple of guides. How much did I pay? I'm trying to think how much. I think he wanted £1 each. something like that. I got both for 50p anyway. But it's a couple of Pokemon guides. So the Emerald version. Again, these are just completely random. And a slightly newer one for the DS and Game Boy Advance is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Blue Rescue and Red Rescue strategy guides. So I'm sure I've got Blue Dungeon, Blue Rescue team, so that the girls can have a look through them. So, yeah. Right. Next lot, again is an N64. There's a box of crap, basically, and I managed to sort of see into it, and I seen a cart in there upside down. So I picked through the sort of games. The guy went, no, he goes, I'm selling it all, I'm not doing messing about with that, because I'll be left up with some console game, I'll end up with the machines that no one wants. Oh fuck, I don't really want another console. I mean, the box is full of cack. I mean, yeah, and I don't know what was in it. It was like treacle or some shit that was covered in all of it anyway. But suffice to sort of say, there was a PlayStation 1 in there with a load of shit, and I'll show you the pile of shit, because I've just bundled it all together. I actually left the PlayStation now. I'm not carrying that around. This is probably the best of it. Like a couple of controllers, AV lead, gun con. What else? Oh yeah, and probably the best thing out of all that is the memory card. So there's a PlayStation, like I say, with all the hookups, loads of skanky old controllers, leads and all that shit, and the memory thing, which is a bonus actually. That was in there, and a couple of loads of copied games, all smashed up shitty jewel cases. But two original ones that I sort of dug out, because what I did, I just dug out what I wanted and left the box there. Said to them, you might make a couple of quid off it, because there's no way I'm hauling trash. This one I'm not sure if I've got actually, but it's Shadow Man, which is complete. And then, albeit platinum copy of Grand Theft Auto. It's missing the front insert, unfortunately. So I think I've got that as well. Again, if anyone's interested, let me know. So on to the reason, sort of why I bought all that shit, which is the N64. Again, console-wise, just the old console. Manky old controller, although this one does have a rumble pack with it. Again, no expansion, but what this did have is a couple of games. Not many, not as many as the other one. And I don't know what it is with N64 boxes. A couple of flat boxes. So, right. One of the things that caught my eye was this. And this is obviously the adapter. It allows you to play import games, which I have got one or two of. I think I've definitely got Yoshi's Story. But obviously when going through all the box now, I realised that the actual box was there for it. All flat packed. Quite nicely actually. So there we go. So I've got an N64 multi-converter, as they call it, boxed. Which I actually do need. Then, they have like a, excuse me, there's a couple of games. Yeah, it's that way around, isn't it? So with the converter and the N64, there was 1, 2, 5 games. Not a great deal, not as many, but 1 or 2, which is what sold me on it, basically. So again, obligatory Mario 64. I'd have picked this up after the the other one, and I thought, oh, it's just the way it goes. It's Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, but I have a box for Turok 2 and the manual. So that was an absolute bonus. So now I have a boxed copy of Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. Boxes, yeah, probably seen better days. I've seen way worse N64 boxes than this. I say they've been flat packed. I mean, the only problem with that is it's got like slight niggle at the top. So that was an added bonus anyway. Another copy of old GoldenEye 007, classic game still. And it's these two games here, which is why I wanted just the games initially. And to be honest, I'm probably glad that I didn't just pick the games out, because if it sort of said yes, just have the games, I would have missed out on these boxes. So the first game that sort of jumped out at me, sort of I'm having this, is F-Zero X. Love the F-Zero. That's probably the only one I haven't got now. I think across the platforms. And this game, although it is a steaming pile of shit, and it's not very good, I know it's not very good, it's still, you know, it's part of the franchise. So, you know, people want it, and it's not good though. I think this was a precursor to the piss poor hack and slash versions of this genre, this franchise. It's Castlevania, but to be fair, this box is in pretty good nick, and I got the box for it, but no manual, which is a kicker. But again, because the box has been flat packed, it's in pretty good condition, and I think this is the one. Yeah, even the tray had been flat packed as well. So there we go. And just the ice on the cake, I say, big box of crap. I think it's an old boy and his wife, I can't remember now. No, I don't want them, I'm not being left with all the old machines. Can't sell them. Oh, fuck, what am I going to do with this shit? So again, like I say, luckily enough for me, went through it all, picked the bits out, and I did leave him the PlayStation console and some shitloads of smashed up jewel cases and all copies and stuff. But he wanted a tenner. Now people say, oh yeah, that was a bonus. But after that time, I didn't know that them bits were in there. I just picked up the sort of 5 games. I was hoping just to have them, pick them up. So I understood. I was like, so I tried to convince us a lot. I don't want to. I've got to carry it all around the boot and all this. Trying to give him all the spiel. Wouldn't have none of it. So okay, well, just chanced me out. I said, how about 5? And he went, yeah, deal. So to be fair, that's a pretty good steal actually. The N64, the 5 games, 2 boxed, and the converter for a £5. Pile of PlayStation crap that I don't know what I have to do something with, and I left him with a box of all the other stuff. So hey ho, them's the breaks. So that's it, guys. That's it for this week. I've got nothing packages wise coming through as yet. So without that. That's me done. So take it easy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.